y'all, welcome to today's Therapy Thursday video. I was about to say Trinity Love Tuesday videos, which are my Tuesday videos. This is for Thursday. So, hey, and I have hair. I always am so self-conscious when my hair is pulled back like this because I'm like, I look like my little brother, which is fine for him to look like that, but not fine for me to look like that. But anyways, let's focus. Today I'm talking a little bit about boundaries slash work-life balance slash managing stress slash not losing it slash not wanting to be an adult anymore. So just a catch-all of all of that. We'll see. There's like a lot on my mind and a lot on my heart because for those of you who don't know, I just started working again after a few years, and that transition has been something else. So we are on week 3. I'm on week 3 of working this job, and I am learning or having to relearn the whole work-life balance thing and how to set boundaries for myself in regards to leaving work at work and having everything else that I have to do happen outside of work. So it's just been, a balance. And I've seen so many things on social media throughout the recent months leading up to me starting to work, because the majority of the time that I wasn't working, I was sick and battling with severe major depressive disorder. So I wasn't really honestly paying attention to anything. So as I started to, as my depression, sorry y'all, my nose is, itchy. So as my depression started transitioning into moderate and mild symptoms and phases, I was able to start paying attention to things more. And I noticed a lot of my generation or the millennials like grinding and working about 80 hours a week and, not having a life or either a social life, either just anything outside of work, just like work. And I told myself, I was like, I will not go back into working and drop everything for work and allow it to deteriorate my mental health so severely that all I'm doing is working and going home and going to sleep, or working, coming home, still working, preparing for stuff for the next day at work, eating if I get a chance to, going to bed early enough to get up early enough to prepare for work and go to work. Like, no. I told myself I'm not doing that. That is not appealing to me. That isn't healthy, which is the main thing. That is not healthy. And for me and my particular journey, I have to be very, very, very particular about taking care of myself because I'm not working on a normal baseline of brain functioning. So it's just, a few extra steps that I have to deal with. So I say all that to say I'm 3 weeks in working and I am learning that balance is hard. And back when I was working, I don't know what's going on with my nose, but back when I was working, I was in grad school and things were just different. Everything was just very different. So I would say this is the first time outside of me working at a gym for a few months after I left grad school. Outside of that, this is my first time being out of school full-time, technically, being out of school in that way and just completely working. And it's different. It is something else. It was easier for me to say than it is for me to do in regards of, I'm not gonna become a workaholic or, or struggle with the work-life balance. I thought that it would be easy for me to get the work-life balance without it being a struggle. And here I am to say it was not easy. It is not easy. And so I'm learning that I need to create more boundaries. And For any of you who are watching who may be struggling with the whole work-life balance, we need to create a lot more boundaries. And I know that it's harder for those of you who may have been at jobs for years. For me, this is fresh and new for me, and this job also is temporary because I have some other things going on. So I'm dealing with this, and this is just going to be a season. So I know that. So that also helps to inform how I do this work-life balance, because my situation is different. Everybody's situation is different in their own way, but I'm talking about myself, so I can only speak on myself. But my situation is different just because this job I know for sure is temporary. So I know that this works different for somebody who has been working at a job for years, or who plans on staying at the job that they currently are in like for years or forever. You know, there's no exit plan necessarily. So with all of that, take this with a grain of salt, whatever you are able to do. But I've learned that it is very important for me to set boundaries. I have a choice. For me, my health is much more important than money. And to be quite honest, at this job that I'm working right now, it ain't that much money in the first place. So I have to, and I'm learning, because yesterday was a situation where I really had to decide that I'm going to have boundaries. I am not going to be working from home. Okay? I will not download certain apps on my phone to check my email and be calling and all this. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And it's my choice to say, no, I work from this time to this time. That's when I'm going to work. I won't do anything else in my life at work, but I won't be doing work when I'm doing other things in my life. Obviously, unless there's emergency or something at work, and for whatever reason, I haven't experienced that. But I don't know, stuff with family or whatever, I don't know. I haven't experienced that. But in general, work is for work and home is for home and whatever else outside of work. And I have to set that boundaries because I was stressing myself and getting wrapped up in what they got going on, and how some of them there like to work from home and do all this other stuff, and that's not healthy for me. I cannot do that, and I won't do that. And I dipped and dived into doing that a little bit yesterday and a little bit last week, and I realized that no, I can't. I was finding myself coming on down, and I was like, no. So I've been praying about it, and it is hard for me because I am a people pleaser. So I want to, yes, I'll do this, I can do this, because technically I can. Can I work from home? Yes. Should I? No. I'm not getting paid for working from home. That's number one. Number two, it's not healthy for me because I have tons of other things that I am doing that I have been putting off for this job. Now, part of that is expected because I'm adjusting. So this is, me coming from years of not working, and I'm adjusting back into working. And so this adjustment is going to take some time. So some things had to be pushed to the side for me to adjust. But other than this adjustment period, I have other stuff that I need to do, especially given that this job is temporary. Literally, I'm working this job for a few months to save up money for some other stuff that I need to do. So it's very much, I'm not about to drive myself up into a frenzy and stress myself out when it's not healthy for me. And even aside from the money, even if the job wasn't going to be temporary, even if all of that wasn't the case, the point is my health is more important. And I have to pay attention to that, because I also work in an environment where some of them don't eat lunch, some of them don't eat breakfast, some of them will work all straight through the day without eating, or they'll eat at their desk while they're doing stuff. That does not work for me. And being in that environment, I have learned, I have to do what I need to do, okay? And I need to eat. I need to stop working. I need to actually take a lunch break, and I need to eat. I need to actually have breakfast before I go in so that I can function at the best of my ability, so I can get the work done that I need to get done in the best way that it can get done. And I need to be fueled with the proper energy to do that. So that's what I'm learning, and I hope that some of that made sense. This was sort of / a rant sort of slash a video diary entry. So I hope you caught what you caught. But the the moral of this video slash story is have work-life balance, set boundaries, and figure out why your nose is itching. And yes, your mental health is first. Your mental health, physical health, emotional health, all important. We know spiritual health is important. Spiritual is always important. That's like number one all the way up and through. So pay attention to those things. Take care of yourself. Your health is more important than money. And so I am saying this to you all and to myself, and I'm still trying to figure it out because this is before work and I have to go on my way to work right now. So I have to, right now make some decisions about boundaries. And yeah, we will see. So, thank you all so much for watching, and remember to love always. Bye.